DeForest Buckner of your NFC champion 49ers back here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me again, Rich.
Oh, come on now. You're in the Super Bowl. How does that feel? How does that feel?
I'm still soaking it all in. You know what I mean? It's crazy to think about. You know what I mean? Playing on, one of the world's biggest stages. So I'm still soaking it all in.
So where are you now in terms of tickets and people calling you up? Walk me through your world right now.
Well, last night I just got done situating everything with my wife.
Okay.
I got 10 family members coming. We had to, figure out flights and hotel and all of that, but it's all done. It's all behind me now. I can focus on ball.
Okay. So did you have to tighten the rotation here? Just 10, right?
Yeah, 10. Yeah, yep. Just immediate family from my side and my wife's side. So.
And then then your wife is now the conduit for everything. You're just you're in the bunker.
Yep.
DeForest bunker, basically. Is what
exactly. The Buckner bunker.
I love it. So when you get drafted, you're drafted by the 49ers into the Chip Kelly era, and they had just one and done to Tom Sula going into all that. What is it like now compared to when you first got to the 49ers, DeForest?
Yeah, it's completely different. When I first got in, it was like locker room wise, just in the locker room in general. I just felt like there was, cliques in the locker room. You know what I mean? And I just trying to navigate my way as a rookie. But the guys that have been brought in over the course of the past 3 years, I love them all, man. You know what I mean? It's just one big brotherhood. And that's the type of team that Kyle and John have been building over the past 3 years. Just a bunch of guys playing for each other and really good teammates, man. I love them all.
And so, what would you say is the common theme on all these teammates that have been brought in that has caused this cohesive scenario? Obviously, there's a culture that a coach and a general manager can build, but what is the, I guess, character trait that might be similar here, DeForest?
Yeah, honestly, everybody's selfless. You know what I mean? It's what we can do for each other. You know what I mean? When things are going wrong or bad or any of that, nobody points fingers. Everybody's trying to figure out what they can do to help the team, and that's my biggest thing. I pull from it. I don't see any selfish guys in the locker room that are care. They don't care about personal stats, all this kind of stuff. It's what they can do, to the best of their abilities to help the team.
DeForest Buckner, 49ers defensive lineman here on the Rich Eisen Show. And then obviously before John and then when John got there too, just constantly hitting the defensive line with first overall selections. Certainly for a team, but first round selections. You were one of that. And this group together, let's discuss your group together and what makes you guys click so well.
Yeah. Obviously we knew, especially in the beginning of the season, that a lot was invested in our room. You know what I mean? With the high draft picks, bringing D in, and all of that. And so we know how much was invested into our room, and we knew that to go as far as we wanted to go, that we would be a big part of it. And we had to own up to that challenge, and we had to meet expectations. And just going into the season, in the OTAs and training camp, we wanted to be one of the hardest working groups and to kind of set the tempo, for practice, whatever it was, and a big part of that is to Chris Kosaric, bringing Chris in and helping us out, bringing us to a whole nother level has been phenomenal for the group, and you can just see it on Sundays, the energy we play with.
And you and Solomon Thomas and Armstead and Bosa, you guys have all accounted for 8 of the 9 sacks this postseason. The first, the guys who were taken in the first round. I don't know if you're aware of all that.
I wasn't paying attention to that, no.
Well, it's my job to do that, I guess. But it's also my job in the media to try and make you collective as a defensive line group into a unit that we can just call by one name. I know you don't have a nickname, right, as a unit, correct?
Yeah, we don't, no.
Did D. Ford pass along to you the one that I put forth to him for all of you. Did he mention it to you?
He did not mention it. What is it?
I mean, come on now. I know you had an NFC Championship game to get ready for, but what's DeForest is just slacking on the job. All right. Here it is, DeForest, okay? Here it is.
Okay, let's hear it.
The Gold Crush.
The Gold Crush. Okay. You know, it has a little ring to it.
You know, I mean,
it does.
Okay, no, I know you're a young guy, but the Denver defense back in the 80s and 90s was the Orange Crush.
Oh, okay.
All right. And just hear me out here. The cheerleaders that you have is the Gold Rush.
Right.
You're the Gold
Crush.
You see what I'm saying?
You know, that might just stick. That might just stick.
You're not just saying that to me because you know.
I'm not just saying that. You know, okay. I have to. You know, it has to get passed through the board. Right. You know what I mean? So I'll throw it around.
Well,
I'll mention it to D.
D already knows. D dropped the ball. Okay. You, DeForest Buckner, you need to carry this rock into your room.
I got you.
And if you don't mind, make it happen.
All right.
Because
I'll mention it.
It truly, and this might speak to who I am as a person and what I've got going on for me. This would make my world. It really would. It would just, if I could name you guys as a unit, the Gold Crush.
Okay.
Please don't just say it. You're not just humoring me, are you?
I'm going to pass it on. I promise you that.
I look forward to you going to the podium at Media Night on Monday and saying, you know what? I wish for you all to call us the Gold Crush.
All right, we got to get it passed through the board, though.
Who's the board? Who's the board?
The entire D line.
So Bose is not going to go with a Michigan guy. I'm screwed. I'm finished. Just because it's coming from me, he just won't do it on principle.
That might be true, but we'll see.
All right. How's he been, Nick? What's he added to this mix, brother?
Oh, he's been phenomenal. You know what I mean? He, as a young guy, you forget that he's a rookie, honestly. The way he carries himself, he prepares himself for the game. I mean, he's a true pro. And, you know, it's great because you know, I could still learn things from him on a daily basis, you know what I mean? And, you know, we just like to, you know, run ideas by each other. You know, he's an open book. So is everybody else on the D-line. And to have a player like him at his caliber, you know, in our group, I mean, it's a blessing, man, to have, you know, him and D, Eric, Solomon, you can it's a whole list of names on the line, you know what I mean, that you know, everybody is just comfortable with each other, and you know, we can run ideas by each other, and I mean, we just play for each other. So it's a great group all around.
DeForest Buckner here on the Rich Eisen Show, and now comes what a challenge for you in front of you in Patrick Mahomes, who has just a few days left as the reigning MVP of our league. And his ability to stretch a play and then throw to virtually anybody at any point on the field if you can't get to him in time. I wonder what you think of this challenge in front of you with him.
No, yeah. The guy's a superstar. You know, he has a cannon for an arm. You know, he really accurate. Obviously can throw anywhere on the field, and his ability to extend plays is, you know, on a whole other level. So, you know, as a group, we got to do a really good job with containing him in the pocket, and really getting after him early, and also rallying to, you know, all the screens and, you know, the quick game that they do. So we just need to be on our P's and our Q's. And also just contain the speed that they have, you know, at receiver. Obviously, they have a lot of weapons on the outside, and, you know, and at running back. So we just have to do a really good overall job with containing their speed.
Well, prior to this, obviously, you had Lamar Jackson in your sights earlier this year, and I imagine that was a challenge that would you say is similar to the one? I'm wondering what you might be able to take out of that experience.
Lamar, obviously, he's a whole other speed. It's different playing styles. You know what I mean? He's more of a legit running back at quarterback. You know what I mean? And it's a different game plan. You know, especially dealing with that type of offense. But I mean, you could take things away with, you know, obviously trying to contain him in the pocket and all that kind of in that sense. So, and his ability to extend plays. So it's still similar traits, but I feel like you know, different type of player.
Well, it's definitely the offenses are in different, you know, parts of our football universe in terms of their styles and strengths and ability to put points on the board. They both can do that. They just have different methods in which to get to that spot. I just wanted to just try just the mere aspect of when can you hit a quarterback or not? Like, is this guy a runner or not? And Mahomes' run at the end of the first half against the Titans has been put in front and center as the latest example of a defender not really wondering when you can hit a quarterback or not, and suddenly he's 20 yards down the field. I wonder what you think.
Yeah, no, exactly. And, hopefully as he watches film throughout these past 2 weeks leading up to the game, he can see that with our defense, we're a pretty fast defense and we like to swarm. And, on watching the film, he would take a financial decision in running out of bounds or sliding.
I love the way you just put that. Like you tiptoed down that sideline yourself with your words right there. That was phenomenal. There are business decisions that you and the rest of the Gold Crush force. See how I used it in a sentence right there?
Exactly, yeah.
That made sense, right? It didn't sound.
It did.
Okay. It did. So when do you I guess get into the film room? What's your schedule this week? Can you reveal that? What do you got?
We have a pretty normal week.
Okay.
So I'm watching.
You're already there.
Watching film today. Yeah.
You're already there.
Oh yeah, they got it uploaded on our iPad. So, yep.
This is so exciting. I mean, I'm glad that you and your family are situated already and the logistics are handled, because that's for the 20 years I've done this. It seems can really turn some people around. So and then now you can just focus on everything. This is exciting for you. Before I let you go, Justin Herbert, we saw what he did in the Rose Bowl. How effective you think he can be at this next level as we turn the page towards the draft for 30 other teams, DeForest?
Yeah, I think he has he's a great quarterback. He has the size, you know what I mean? He has the leg talent, and I mean he has a cannon for an arm. So I honestly think he would do really well at this level, and obviously, hopefully, a team to help him develop as a player. And I'm excited to see where he goes in the draft.
Yeah, I think he's got all the talent in the world. But I just figured you want to talk about another Duck before I let you go. Thank you for the time, DeForest. I really appreciate it. I know you got a lot going on. You're spinning plates now. You're getting ready for your biggest game of your life and your career.
Yes, sir.
Good luck in it. I hope I cross paths with you down in Miami. I really appreciate the call.
I appreciate that. Thank you for having me again, Rich.
Right back at you. That's DeForest Buckner at DeForest Buckner on Twitter.
For more of the Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download the Rich Eisen Show app.